Welcome to my channel stories by Roshko. The Moccasin Lesson, a tale of love, respect, and redemption. Once upon a time, there was a man named Rohan who was madly in love with a woman named Kiara. Kiara was stunning, tall, with long, dark bangs that framed her elegant face. Her sense of style was impeccable, draped in beautiful clothes that made heads turn wherever she went. Rohan, on the other hand, was a simple man. He loved his denim jacket, his tan moccasins, and his unpretentious lifestyle. Clean-shaven and effortlessly handsome, he lived a content life until Kiara became the center of his world. Rohan was completely smitten. His love for Kiara was so profound that he let her shape every aspect of his life. He ate the food she told him to eat, even if he didn't like it. He hung out with her circle of friends, even when he didn't feel comfortable. He worked hard, earning money to shower her with gifts, gold, diamonds, furs, and all the luxurious things she adored. He took care of her needs, bending over backward to make her happy. But in the process, he forgot who he was. Kiara, however, didn't see the depth of his love. She was harsh and mean, often ridiculing him in front of her friends. She mocked his simple attire, his moccasins, his demeanor. When he hesitated or made a mistake, she would sneer, saying she was only trying to improve him because she loved him. Rohan endured her insults in silence, convincing himself that her criticism came from a place of love. But one day, something inside Rohan shifted. As much as he loved Kiara, he realized he had lost himself in the process. He wasn't the man he used to be, carefree, confident, and proud of his simplicity. It was time for a change, and he decided it was Kiara's turn to learn a lesson. Kiara's birthday was approaching, and she adored grand celebrations. Every year, Rohan would go out of his way to make her day extraordinary, buying her the finest gifts, hosting lavish parties, and fulfilling her every wish. This year was no different, except for one crucial twist. He carefully planned everything but decided to give her something that meant the most to him. At the party, Kiara was glowing, dressed in a shimmering gown that sparkled under the lights. Her friends buzzed around her, admiring her elegance and gifts. Rohan stepped forward with a neatly wrapped package. Kiara's eyes lit up as she tore through the wrapping, eager to see what treasure he had chosen for her. Inside the box lay a pair of moccasins, tan, simple, and exactly like the ones Rohan wore every day. She froze, her face twisting in confusion and then fury. "What is this?" she demanded, holding them up as though they were an insult. "They're moccasins," Rohan said calmly, meeting her glare. "They're very precious to me. I love them, and I wanted to share something I love with you." Her laughter was sharp and mocking, loud enough for her friends to hear. "Are you joking? You expect me to wear these? You must be out of your mind." Rohan didn't flinch. "Kiara, I've spent years giving you everything you love, even when it didn't matter to me. I've changed myself for you, eaten what you wanted, dressed how you wanted, lived how you wanted. And I did it all because I loved you. But today, for once, I gave you something I love, and this is how you respond." Silence fell over the room. Kiara's friends looked away awkwardly, and for the first time, Kiara seemed at a loss for words. Rohan placed the box gently on the table. "Happy birthday, Kiara," he said. "I hope you'll understand what love really means someday." And with that, he turned and walked out of the party. Kiara stood frozen, the sound of his retreating footsteps ringing in her ears. She looked at the moccasins, still lying in their box, and something in her heart cracked. Memories of all the times Rohan had silently endured her cruelty flooded her mind. He had never asked for anything in return, yet she had belittled him, ridiculed him, and taken his love for granted. Tears welled up in her eyes as she realized how blind she had been. Without a second thought, she ran after him, her heels clicking against the pavement. "Rohan," she called, her voice breaking. He stopped and turned to face her, his expression unreadable. She threw her arms around him, clinging to him as though he might disappear. "I'm so sorry," she whispered. "I've been so cruel to you. I see that now. You've given me so much, and I've given you nothing in return. I don't want the gifts or the parties. I want you, just as you are. Please don't leave me. Rohan hesitated, searching her tearful eyes for sincerity. Finally, he sighed and pulled her into a hug. I've always loved you, Kiara, he said. But love isn't one-sided. If we're going to be together, it has to be as equals. No more mocking, no more changing each other. Just us. Kiara nodded, her heart swelling with a newfound determination to cherish the man who had loved her unconditionally. From that day forward, their relationship changed. Kiara learned to appreciate Rohan for who he was, moccasins and all. And for the first time in years, Rohan felt truly seen and loved. Together, they found a balance, rebuilding their love on a foundation of mutual respect and understanding. And they lived happily ever after. The moral of the story is that true love is built on mutual respect, understanding, and equality. Changing oneself completely to please someone else, or demanding such changes from a partner, leads to an imbalance that can harm the relationship. Genuine love values the individuality and simplicity of both people and fosters growth without ridicule or manipulation. Additionally, the story reminds us that material possessions and external appearances are fleeting, but kindness, humility, and sincere connection are what truly matter in relationships. It's never too late to recognize one's mistakes and make amends when love is genuine. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more interesting stories.